Have you ever asked yourself the question, how do I generate more profits with less effort? Well, I'm here to share with you in this video that one of the most amazing ways in which you can do that is by building an online program. However, in order to do that successfully, maximize the revenue and maximize the impact for your clients that receive your online product, there are 10 critical steps that you should implement in order to make sure that your online program is absolutely world class. Now, whether you are a sports therapist, whether you are a sports coach, a nutritionist, a HR consultant, a recruitment expert, all of these same golden principles will apply. And by the way, before I get started on number one, if any of these stand out to you and you're getting value from this video, do me a favor, tap the subscribe button and make sure that you stay connected to more videos like this. Why? Because it's really important to share with YouTube how this video is working for you so that it encourages more people to stay on the page and I can create more world-class videos for you just like this one. Number one is to create your online program first, live and virtual 3 to 5 times before you actually film it on camera. What do I mean? I see so many consultants, they go, oh, I'm going to build an online program. They get in front of a camera, they film the content, and it's not maximized to its highest level of potential. What happens is they put the content out there, the audience doesn't like it, they go, ah, yeah, it was all right, or yeah, it wasn't too good, or worst case, they ask lots of questions. They say, I didn't understand what you meant by this, or I didn't understand, can you explain that to me again? And then it kills your time. So the value in delivering it live to a live audience, maybe a group of 30 people, also is really, really powerful. Why? Because then it's going to give you iterative feedback that, you know, they're going to listen to what questions are they asking. Okay, well, now that you know what questions they're asking, that means that you need to explain it better. So when it comes to you delivering it live on camera now you've got all of the intricate feedback from live audiences already. It also makes sure that you know what jokes are going to land, what jokes to emphasize, what pieces of content to go a little bit deeper on. And it gives you that real intricate experience to be able to make sure that your online program is absolutely first class and it answers almost every question that is in the audience's mind. That's exactly what I did when I created Money Mastery Online. And like, side note, I started Money Mastery Online by accident. I was just like, okay, cool. So many, like I sold my previous coaching business, which was a creative education business for primary schools. We had 150 teachers delivering sports, music and languages, etc. in primary schools across the country. I sold that business in 2020 and I retired at the age of about 31, 32. And then I started talking on Instagram about, you know, financial freedom, business success, how I grew and scaled that business, and so many other things. And people kept on reaching out to me and said, Jazz, can you run an online program? Can you run an online program? And eventually, first I was like, nah, bro, I'm watching Fresh Prince, allow me. And then eventually I gave in and I said, all right, 30 people onto the program. I charged £97 for that first program in October 2020. Don't tell anybody. And it was a 4-week program. And by week number 3 people came back to me and said, Jazz, I did what you said in the program and I've made £30,000. And that blew my mind. Like, I was like, oh, great. People are getting value from this. Then I'm going to do it again and again and again and again and again. And what happened is, over time, after I delivered it about the 5th time, on the 5th time, I felt really unwell. And I knew that I had to deliver it because people had paid for the program. So in essence, I delivered it, but I didn't deliver it as well as I felt I delivered the previous ones. And I thought, that's never going to happen again. And by that time, I had got loads of feedback from my audience in order to make sure that I put the online program together in a way that answered all of the questions that they had buzzing in their minds. And I really emphasized the key points that were really resonating with the live audience. And that's why that program today still makes our clients hundreds of thousands of pounds in total, and clients get really amazing results from Money Mastery Online. That's a side note, but I thought I would share that with you because it's really important in terms of the mindset about why you want to create your online program. It's not there for you just to make money, but it's actually there for you to add a significant impact for your clientele and the people that you want to serve. Which brings us on to number 2, is when you deliver your online program, please, please, please film it in a HD camera, high quality camera with a 2 or a free camera shoot, preferably free. You might think, well, Jazz, where do I get the money to do a free camera shoot? You know, I've got to get videographers in and all. Yes, you do. Well, you don't have to, but it's advantageous to do so. And if you're thinking about where do you get the money to do that, well, if you deliver it live, like I said the first time, and you charge people for it, then you will generate significant sums of money, enough that paying a videographer or two for the day to come and film your online program isn't going to be a problem. Got it? And by filming in 2 or 3 different cameras, what does that do for your audience? Well, especially if your program is more than 4 hours like ours is, then you want to keep what we call audience retention. Human beings are very, very haphazard, especially in 2024 when there's so many different distractions going on. So what you've got to do is make it visually engaging. Say a sentence dynamically to camera number 1, which is directly in front of you, and then turn and speak directly into camera number 2. And what that allows your video editor to do is to then flick between different angles in order to make sure that it's captivating visually and retains your audience's attention. And if you've got 3 camera shoots, even better and even more powerful. Here's where it takes it even further. When you have a free camera shoot and you keep your audience engaged right the way through your program, that means that more people get through to completion of your online program, and the more people that get completion, the more likely they are to get a high level result. The more likely they are to get a high level result, then guess what happens? The more likely they are to get the most value from the program, give you the best testimonies, get the best results, and get you lots of new referrals. This is what creates that ongoing snowball effect for your online program. And eventually, if you do it really well, your clients who come on board your online program will be your main advocates, and they will shout about it for you, and they will do a lot of the sales for you on your behalf and make that end sales process really simple and seamless for you. Number 3 is absolutely golden, and it's a game changer. Most people are going to disagree with me. They're going to be like, how do I do that? And here it is. It is to sell it first and create it second. What do I mean? Well, you've got to sell your product first, tell people about it, tell people that it is coming, give them the opportunity to purchase it, and then you create the content after. People go, whoa, that's crazy. Ain't that unethical? No, in fact, it's actually very ethical and very smart indeed. Because what happens if you do it the other way? Well, if you create this world-class content in your mind that is world-class, you put it out there and then people are like, no, we don't want that. Like, nobody buys it. That means that you just wasted time hiring videographers, speaking in front of a camera for hours, planning all of the content, scheduling all of the modules, putting it all on Kajabi or whatever platform you use, and then people are not buying. That's a massive problem for you. So what you want to do instead is you want to say, hey, I'm launching this program. This is what it includes. This is what it involves. This is everything that you're going to get. This is the end result that you're going to be able to achieve by implementing my advice, and it's going live on X date. And here's a little hack for you. You can go, it's going live at the end of the month, for example, and anyone that purchases today and or this week, you're going to be able to get 50% off for being one of our first priority customers. Oh! Brilliant. And it doesn't have to be 50% off. It can be an extra bonus, an extra training, it can be extra time spending working with you. It could be whatever, right? But what you're doing is you're giving people an opportunity to buy in advance before the program is actually created. That is sensational marketing. It's also sensational for getting buy-in from an early first bird group of clients and customers. Sell it first, create it second. And this brings us on to number 4, which is when you start your online product, program, or service, your first video is one of the most captivating and important. Here's why. Because if your first video is junk, people are going to be like, I ain't watching the rest of that, and they're going to be out like Duncan Bannatyne on Dragon's Den. They're going to be out early. So what you want to do is you want to ask them for a few questions. You want to answer a few powerful questions at the beginning of your masterclass. Number 1. Why is this topic really important? You want to give your topic, whatever it is, real credibility, and talk about why it's important for them to actually understand the things that you're going to teach them and also get the result of which you promised them. So it really dials in, and you've got to get like deep with get into that heart space of your ideal client and say, hey, this is why you want to pay attention to what I'm going to share with you, because it's going to transform you in this way, A, B, and C, and as a result, you're going to be able to achieve X, Y, and Z. You've got to be able to dial them into the heart space so that they are fully committed in order to buying into and actually completing the online program that you have created. The second question that you want to answer is, well, why now? Like, human beings have, especially in 2024, when there's so many distractions going on, they have procrastination problems. You know, they think about, oh yeah, I'll do it one day, I'll do it some other time, and then what happens is they never get around to it. So you've got to sell them on why now is an important time to do this, why now is an important time for them to make the transformation, make the transition, get the insights, and actually take action on the insights in order to get the result that they came to the program for. Really, really special, really, really valuable. And then you've got to sell them on why you. Like, some people will just buy your online program without knowing your backstory that well. So you've got to spend maybe 6 to 12 minutes walking them through your journey, because you want them to be able to see that you have walked in their shoes. You have gone through their problems, you have gone through their challenges, and when they see the leverage that you have created, it gives them belief. You can have the most amazing technical and tactical program in the world, but if you don't give your people belief that they can also achieve it, then you're going to have a massive problem on your hands, and they're actually not going to get the results in the abundance that they're otherwise capable of. Number 5 is an absolute game changer, and that is to include challenges, workbooks, and guides inside the program. People ask me all the time, Jazz, how do you help your clients make £38,000 in just a few weeks of doing your Money Mastery Online program? And the reason that our clients are able to generate these fast, high-level results is because they're implementing the work that is in the workbook. They are following the challenges and doing the challenges that we've set. So here's something special that we've done in terms of the challenges with Money Mastery Online, is that any challenges that come up, they come up on the slideshow in a blue color. And anything that is sort of just take notes or just kind of like general advice, it comes up with a white background. And that's important because it really engages the clients and gives them that consistency. So subconsciously, they know that when a blue slide comes up, bang, it's workbook time, they get their workbook out. And it's like, okay, cool, make these 3 phone calls and say these 3 things in order to get your product, program, or service out there. Ask your potential clients these 3 questions, and then they go out, they implement that advice, and then they're able to get the result, and they give us amazing testimonies on the other side. So make sure that you have some sort of workbook that really mirrors what's going on in your program, and make sure you also have a guide to walk them through any potential challenges that they might have. That's like extra content that they can dive deep into, and they can really start to make sure that the content is resonating with them and it's connected to them, giving lots of different examples that you may not have covered inside the actual video masterclass itself. Number 6, how do you actually sell your product, program, or service on a consistent basis? Well, here's number 1 thing to do is take lots of snippets of the best parts of your content, the funniest bits, the most innovative bits, the most creative bits, the bits where you're helping your clients get in the highest value results, and then clip it or get a videographer to go and clip it and then put it out there on your social media platforms. That is what's going to give your online program a lot of credibility and create a lot of curiosity in the marketplace. And when you increase the level of curiosity in the marketplace, ladies and gentlemen, you're going to increase that cash flow. So you've got to make sure that you're chopping that up and then putting that out there on a consistent basis as well. Just because you've seen it 150 times doesn't mean your audience have seen it 150 times. So it's really vital that you get that content out there and make sure that it's shared on a regular basis. Number 7, use live clients in order to enhance the experience. When I first filmed Money Mastery Online a few years ago, I had 2 clients with me. One who was an existing client on the program, and one who was Danny, who was sort of like involved in the video team, who said that he would love to participate in the filming. Why is that really valuable for the clients though? Well, most people deliver an online program and it's kind of like this: 1 person, 2 camera, and over time it gets what we call like audience fatigue. That's a problem, because if you get audience fatigue, they log off, they're not so interested. Even though your content might be amazing, they need to see that dynamic interaction. And by having your audience ask you live questions inside the actual masterclass, people are like, oh, that person thinks like me, or oh, I was going to ask that question. And it will also help you to be more flexible and fluid with your content, because what you've written down, they might ask a different question, or they might add a different insight, a different perspective, a different way of looking at the content that you're sharing, which makes your content really holistic. It makes it, give it that real live feel. People always say to me about Money Mastery Online, Jazz, I feel like I'm in the program with you. I'm like, yes, that's what I want. And that's why I shot it in my home, right? Because I wanted people to feel comfortable. I wanted people to feel invited. So as you deliver different modules within your program, here's something to consider. Can you do it in different locations, i.e. some shots are in the garden potentially, some shots are out in the park, maybe some bits, like if you're doing, one of our clients was doing Amazon selling. So when she looked at my online program, she was like, oh my goodness, this is how you actually do an online program to make it world class. Great. So then she refilmed it, and then she was, you know, buying products from local convenience stores, etc., and then selling them on Amazon. So lots of her clips were actually her in the shops, actually purchasing the products, doing the deals, working with the sellers, etc., and then creating those negotiation patterns live on camera. Now that makes your online product unique. It makes it special. It makes it dynamic and interactive, which means that your clients are going to be really curious about, oh my goodness, I want to know more. I want to be in that particular program. It gets that connection going and makes it really, really strong. So make sure that that is something that you also consider. I also had a client who did staging. She did house staging. And when she did her online program, she was like, totally got it. And then she got one of her clients who she did a whole house renovation for. And then the client was actually speaking on camera about the entire renovation, what she was hesitant about, how Shanika had helped her to overcome her hesitations, and all of those sorts of things. So now that makes it really inclusive and helps the clients who are watching the online masterclass feel really included and a secure part of the process. Number 8 is to create momentum first and then money second. What does that mean? I shared with you earlier that the first program that I delivered was just £97. Don't get it twisted, I don't charge that now, okay? However, what happened with the £97, the momentum that it created allowed me to then move towards the money. So I kind of indicated earlier on that building an online program, don't do it just for the money, do it to make a significant impact, and then the income will naturally follow. So you've got to galvanize momentum. If you're new to this game, if you're never delivered an online program before, or you're not really been in coaching or consultancy for a long period of time, this is even more important for you. And it is to make sure that you build community, build trust, because what happened when those 30 people came into the online program and everyone was getting amazing results, what happened was it created a lot of testimonies for me, it created a lot of trust, it created a lot of community. So then the next set of and cohort of clients came really, really easy. And you've got to be able to gain that momentum first and then make sure that the money comes in second. And what we did was we naturally started to increase the price of that program as we continue to build it and as we continue to make it better along the way. Number 9 is to encourage feedback and seed the next steps throughout. Now, this is a mistake that I made in my online program because I didn't actually do this. Because I didn't know that there was going to be a next step. I just first I just did this online program one time and I just thought that was going to be it. But if I planned it out properly and if I knew that I had someone like me around and to tell you the anticipated future is to have a next logical step. What is the next step? Maybe people want to get closer to you and maybe they want to work with you one-on-one, potentially they want to work with you in a group, maybe you've got a longer term academy type program like we do. So what you've got to do in your online program is to consistently seed the next step. So the next step for us is Money Mastery Live, and some of the people that get amazing results in Money Mastery Online, they're like, hey, I want to go to Money Mastery Live with Jazz and coach me live in person over 4 days. So what you would do in that case is then you would mention the next step inside the online bit. So you'd go, for example, when you come to blah, blah, blah program, you're going to get amazing results and we're going to dive deeper into this and I'm going to coach you live in person and XYZ. So it's indicating to them that, hey, there is a next step and hey, this is something that I might want to invest in further down the line. So that creates even more momentum for you and gets your clients even bigger and more profound results along the way. And the final one, number 10, is to use automated emails in order to complement that. So one of the things that you want to do with your online program is you really want to add an email sequence every single module. So when they join the online program, it's like, hey, congratulations, so-and-so. We're really excited to see you in the program. By the way, make sure that you complete this program within X period of time, because these are the types of people that tend to get the most significant results. And then you can add in a few testimonies of clients who have got amazing success so that they can have amazing levels of excitement and momentum in order to actually dive deep into the content and not just go, oh yeah, I'll do it some other time, another day. No, do it now. Get on it. And then when they hit the end of module 1, then you want to have an automated email that goes out that says, hey, congratulations on completing module 1 about ABC. Now we're going to take this one step further, and you're going to dive really deep into steps 1, 2, and 3 on how to XYZ. You get the point. So this ongoing momentum, it keeps on reminding them, it triggers people in order to stay on the course and in order to keep involved so that they keep making the progress. Because ultimately, what you really want from your online program is for your clients to get world-class results. And when your clients get world-class results from your online program, then naturally that increases your personal price point of working with you live and direct. Because if clients can make £38,000 or £20,000 from our online program, for example, that means that I can't go around and charge a low ticket price for my personal time, because they can get way more value by doing it online. So that helps you to be able to price premium and price accordingly to the value that you truly have. And I truly believe that if you're watching this video to this point, you have amazing levels of value to share with the world. And I encourage you, in order to get that value out there, put it into a digital product that you can create one time that will pay you for a lifetime. This is one of the best things you can do. Like, whatever your talents are, whatever your gifts are, think about the questions that you get asked a lot from friends, peers, colleagues, your wider network, and then go and create an online program on it. Because look, what's the worst that can happen? The worst that can happen is nobody buys it, and then you come to me for advice, and then you learn how to get people to actually buy it and deliver it to a world-class standard. But in any case, look, I hope that this video has resonated with you. I hope that it's added significant value to you. What's the 1, 2, or 3 things that you're going to implement as a result of watching this video right here? Do me a favor, drop the comment below. I respond to all of the comments personally, and I would love to see where you're at on your journey and see where we can help you going forward. My name is Jazz Rose. You've been absolutely world class. And before you go, do me a favor, subscribe to the channel so that we can create more amazing content just like this. Peace out, and I'll see you on the next video.